It's Christmas Eve, and while most people are celebrating with their families, Shedeur Sanders is grinding away in Cleveland.
I just look at it drive by drive. You know what I'm saying? You came out, opening drive, touchdown. I think, again, he showed that I can be a starting quarterback in this league. You ain't lead a game like saying, bro, we need a quarterback.
Shedeur's preparing for his first ever NFL matchup against Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh Steelers. What happens next is absolutely incredible. We've got exclusive practice footage that just dropped, and what's happening behind the scenes in Cleveland is going to blow your mind. Most college players spend the holidays relaxing with family, maybe kicking back and enjoying some well-deserved downtime. Not Shedeur Sanders, he's built different. While Christmas Day approaches, he's locked in with the first-team offense, taking every single rep he can get his hands on. Here's where things get really interesting. Mike Tomlin spoke highly of Shedeur during the pre-draft process.
Shedeur is doing a really good job. He's growing and growing with each week from an outsider's perspective. And I think it's always cool when you're growing with company.
Rumors were flying that Pittsburgh was going to draft him, but allegedly some people within the organization didn't want him. Now Shedeur is about to face that same team, and you know there's extra motivation driving him. The practice footage that just released shows Shedeur working with the first-team offense, getting crucial reps. Obviously, they're not letting cameras capture actual plays or game plans, but what we can see is enough to get excited about. He's out there with Denzel Ward and the rest of the squad, building chemistry, learning the system, and proving exactly why he deserves to be the starter. If you're enjoying this breakdown of Shedeur's journey, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates on his rookie season. Now, let's talk about what Shedeur's been up to off the field. He's been relatively quiet on social media lately, just dropping occasional gems for the fans. 2 weeks ago, he posted a simple "Thank God" message, keeping things humble and focused. But here's something you might not know. Shedeur Sanders has his official website now, the Legendary Store, where you can get all his gear, his logo merch, his new collection, everything. That legendary gear you see people wearing, those $sign hats, all of it comes from his official store. Now, here's where things get really interesting. Football legend J.J. Watt and Pat McAfee recently broke down Shedeur's performance, and what they said has everyone talking. J.J. Watt pointed out that Cleveland has a ton of rookies playing well right now. He mentioned how defenses have been taking away Shedeur's deep ball, which he excels at, forcing him to take the underneath throws. And you know what? Shedeur did exactly that. He didn't force anything deep. He took what the defense gave him, and he used his legs effectively throughout the game. Then JJ dropped this bomb. Shedeur got stepped on during the game, and the tip of his pinky was literally hanging off. What did he do? Taped that thing back up and came right back out. That's the kind of toughness and determination we're seeing from this rookie quarterback. JJ acknowledged there's still plenty to work on, no question about that, but in terms of building blocks, there are definitely some things to get excited about. Pat McAfee chimed in with his perspective, talking about how he's been watching Browns games this year, constantly checking how Shedeur is doing and whether Myles Garrett is going to get his stats. But then he admitted something funny. As someone from Pittsburgh, he was always told Cleveland would never win at football. That's just how it goes with that rivalry. But when he actually visited Cleveland, he was surprised by how nice the city was. The casino, the mall, the waterfront, it completely changed his perspective. Now here's where the real debate started, and this is crucial for understanding Shedeur's development. A Browns insider came out and said something that's got people divided. He said he wants Shedeur to be tested. He doesn't like the checkdown stuff because in his view, that's not really testing him. He wants to see Shedeur stretch the field against good teams, implement a vertical passing attack, throw into tight windows with accuracy against top defenses. That's how you get a real evaluation. The insider's argument is this: if Shedeur is just checking it down all the time, what are we really learning about him as a quarterback? Can he stretch out defenses? Can he throw over the top? Can he make those big plays and fit the ball into tight windows downfield? The insider said he doesn't care if Shedeur throws interceptions right now, because those are evaluation data points. He admitted he didn't learn a lot about Shedeur in the Buffalo Bills game because of all the checkdowns, and that left him frustrated. But here's the counter-argument, and this is where it gets spicy. The other analyst said he was actually very happy with what he saw against Buffalo. Here's why. The Bills' defense was essentially daring Shedeur to take the check down every single time because they weren't going to allow him to stretch it deep. They took away the deep ball completely. The key evaluation point here is that Shedeur took what the defense gave him instead of forcing bad throws. He didn't have receivers open at the second or third level, so he made the smart play. The analyst compared it to other rookie quarterbacks who struggle when they start taking checkdowns, even when there are open receivers downfield. That's the problem. But against the Bills, Shedeur's evaluation was actually very good because he showed discipline and football IQ. The defense said, "We know you like to stretch it. We're going to make you take the checkdown." And Shedeur responded by doing exactly that, without making costly mistakes. This is the classic debate about quarterback development. Do you want your rookie to take risks and learn from mistakes, even if it means interceptions and losses? Or do you want him to show he can be smart with the football, take what the defense gives him, and build confidence while protecting the ball? Both sides have valid points, and it's going to be fascinating to watch how Cleveland handles Shedeur's development moving forward. Make sure you subscribe because we're going to be covering every step of Shedeur's journey, from practice footage to game day performances to all the analyst reactions about his development. What makes this situation even more intriguing is that Shedeur is facing off against Mike Tomlin and the Steelers, a team that allegedly had interest in him but passed. That's extra motivation right there. You know Shedeur is going to be bringing his A-game, trying to show Pittsburgh exactly what they missed out on. These revenge game narratives always add extra spice to matchups, and this one is no different. The fact that Shedeur is out there grinding on Christmas Eve while most people are celebrating shows you exactly what kind of work ethic we're dealing with. This isn't a guy who's satisfied with just making it to the NFL. He wants to dominate, he wants to prove everyone wrong, and he's willing to put in the work to make it happen. Those reps with the first-team offense are crucial for his development, and he's soaking up every single snap like a sponge. Looking at the bigger picture, Cleveland has some serious building blocks right now. They've got a Defensive Rookie of the Year candidate in Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. They've got talent on both sides of the ball, and now they've got a quarterback in Shedeur who's showing he can handle the mental side of the game. That's huge. The physical tools were never in question, but can he process defenses quickly? Can he make smart decisions under pressure? Can he show toughness when things get tough? The early returns are promising. The pinky injury situation perfectly encapsulates Shedeur's mentality. In a league where toughness matters, where quarterbacks need to show they can battle through adversity, Shedeur passed that test with flying colors. The tip of his finger was hanging off, and he taped it up and kept playing. That's the kind of story that resonates with teammates, coaches, and fans. That's the kind of moment that builds respect in the locker room. As we head into this matchup against the Pittsburgh, all eyes are going to be on Shedeur Sanders. Will the Steelers adjust their defensive game plan? Will they try to take away the short stuff and force him to beat him deep? Or will they play it like Buffalo and let him dink and dunk his way down the field? However they approach it, Shedeur is going to be ready, and we're going to be here breaking down every single play. Before we wrap this up, if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns. We're going to be bringing you all the exclusive footage, all the analyst reactions, and all the inside information as this season progresses. The debate about how to evaluate Shedeur's performance is going to continue all season long. Some people want to see the gunslinger mentality, the big plays, the willingness to take risks. Other people appreciate the smart, calculated approach, the ability to read defenses and take what's given without forcing bad decisions. The truth is probably somewhere in the middle. Shedeur needs to show he can do both, be smart when the situation calls for it, and be aggressive when opportunities present themselves. What's exciting is that we're watching a quarterback develop in real time. Every game is a learning experience. Every practice rep is building his foundation for a long NFL career. The Christmas Eve practice footage might not show us actual plays, but it shows us the dedication, the work ethic, and the commitment to getting better every single day. That's what separates good players from great ones. So, as we celebrate the holidays, let's appreciate that we've got a rookie quarterback who's sacrificing time with family to put in the work necessary to succeed at the highest level. That's special. That's the kind of dedication that leads to greatness. And with the talent Cleveland has around him, with the coaching staff supporting his development, and with his own natural abilities and work ethic, the sky's the limit for Shedeur Sanders. Get down in the comments section right now and let me know your thoughts. Do you agree with the analyst who wants to see Shedeur take more risks and throw it deep? Or do you side with the coach who appreciates the smart, calculated approach against elite defenses? Are you excited about this matchup against Pittsburgh? What do you think Shedeur needs to show in this game to prove he's the real deal? Let's have that conversation. Happy holidays to everyone out there, and remember to keep grinding just like Shedeur. Success doesn't take holidays off, and neither should you when you're chasing your dreams. Until next time, shake the haters.